7 minutes past 8 here on Kiwi.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Kiwi.
Yes, what you're hearing there is something from the brand new album from the Ruby Sons. The album is called Fight Softly. In fact, this is a Closet Astrologer. And joining me in the Kiwi studio is the Ruby Son himself, Ryan McPhun. Good morning to you, Ryan.
Good morning to you, Wammo. How are you?
I am well. Brand new CD.
Your headphones, are they?
Everything breaks when you
All right, sorry.
when you unplug that.
Okay, I don't need headphones, it's fine.
No, you're right. Now, you are the Ruby Son. You are the Ruby Sons.
Well,
Plural or singular? I don't get it.
well, I have always done things almost entirely by myself.
Yeah.
And I think when we were, well, when the existing band was, the previous band was playing, and thinking about releasing this album, like the two people that were in the band, Amy Robinson and Bevan Smith, weren't really going to be able to tour during this year. They have other stuff they need to do. How dare them?
Like what? What are they doing?
No, I'm joking. Well, Bevan is in Wellington, and he I just don't think he can be away from home too much, because his partner has a kid, and it takes a lot of
Gets in
energy.
trouble with the lady.
Well, I can't
It's
say.
like he's always down at the pub. Comes home late,
Yeah,
drunk.
pissed. Yeah.
Never see him.
Yeah. No, that doesn't happen. But Amy's finishing her honors year at uni, overseas actually. So basically,
education. Come on, it's all about the music.
Well, I'm I don't go to school. I didn't go to uni.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that left you up to your own devices, and I suppose completely and 100% in control of your creativity and the project as a whole.
Sure, yeah. Although it's funny, this time Bevan, who I was just talking about, did have a lot of input. Not necessarily with the songwriting so much, but just with production ideas and things like that. I sort of got a lot of suggestions from him about it. So that he was pretty important in the process. And his band Signer, who I also play in, was definitely an influence on this.
The album does have the feeling though of being a solo effort, being you and I suppose your keys mainly, and a drum machine, but it has the feeling of you plodding away, putting something together yourself. Would you agree with that?
Well, I guess it would be hard for me to say that, because I don't know how it sounds. Really? Objectively.
Yep.
I just know how it sounded when I first got these ideas, and just keep running with the ideas. I don't know if I could objectively say something like that, but if that's the case, then I would say that about everything that I've done. But as I was saying that, I was just remembering that sort of a lot of other songs that I've done have had lots of sort of singers on it and stuff like that. So, and this stuff doesn't have so many voices on it, so I guess it makes sense that it would sound more singular.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess, but besides the fact that it's now that the project, the Ruby Sons, is more you than anyone else. Besides that, how is it departed, and how is it different from previous albums in the past?
Well, it's much more electronic. I think the sonics are a lot different in general. Different effects, different production methods. I think that the songs are still just pop songs, though, to me anyway. So I don't think that's necessarily, the songwriting is completely different. It's just sort of covered in different stuff.
Can I tell you the feeling that I get from the track Closet Astrologer?
Yes, you
right
can.
Now? I feel like I'm riding bareback on a giraffe across the plains in Africa.
Oh gosh, that sounds like it could be uncomfortable.
It probably would be looking at the back of a giraffe.
I've ridden a camel before, and that's uncomfortable.
Wow, one or two humps?
Oh. 2 humps.
2 humps?
Yeah.
What do you do? You sit between the humps?
Yeah. And you just sit in a funny way. It's uncomfortable.
I'd imagine you almost have to be like side sitting or something, but suppose you got to have a hump between your legs.
Yeah, and you kind of end up sort of facing downwards more than you'd think you should.
Right. Yeah.
Hence the discomfort.
You didn't get spat on.
No.
Did you?
No. But we heard them make some really great noises.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
I can't say I've personally encountered a camel, but that's got to be something that I've got to strive towards.
Something, yeah. We're shooting for.
But getting back to riding bareback on the giraffe.
Sure.
Did you? I mean, do you see why I get that feeling at all, or is that a bit weird?
Well, I think it's definitely a bit strange that you would say that, but I could probably guess what you mean by that.
Well,
it's not that weird.
It's got the grassy plains feeling,
right? It's kind of a breezy song, right? So,
but particularly in Africa.
In Africa, right? I don't think that song is very Afro, personally.
Oh, no, I'm not saying Africa in a Toto kind of way.
No, I'm not either.
Well, tell me what are your influences? Because it's very much. I hate using the word world, but it's got that world kind of.
I know
thing.
there's getting like a stigma to using the word world, and that makes me angry because why wouldn't people want to listen to music from just wherever and
well, I think world is kind of lazy. It's a lazy term.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know, like, is it just I don't really know what part of the planet this comes from. Let's just call it world music.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd rather somebody say that than something even more, I don't know.
Industrial astropop.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Hey.
I don't know where it comes from
sometimes. To use that. I guess, world is just a way of people saying, I don't know what the hell this guy was listening to.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's fine. I'd rather people say that than say that they knew what I was listening to, because they probably didn't.
Like I know. Prior to some of your last albums, you did a fair bit of travel around the place. What about for this album? Was there any intervening travel?
Well, I think one funny aspect of making this album is that quite a few songs were created during like off times from touring, and a few songs were started in Seattle in 2008, late 2008, when we were staying there for a couple of months.
Cool.
And ended up, people we were staying with had a basement, and I just sort of set up down there every once in a while. Ended up starting a few things there and writing a few songs kind of about that area or about stuff that I was doing there. And sort of April of last year, 2009, we stayed with some friends in Hungary for about 10 days, and that friend's a musician, and we ended up kind of doing lots of jams and things like that. And those songs didn't, like the jammy bits didn't necessarily make it to the album, but those things sort of influenced me with other stuff and sort of gave me ideas to do other things.
It feels as though you pick up a lot of stuff on the way, no matter where you go,
sure.
Who you're with. You drag something else along with you.
Yeah, definitely. I was just reading a interview with Christian Bale, the actor.
The angry man.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's sort of what the interview is about. But I've always quite liked his films. But yeah, he was saying he seems really serious, but he was saying that he just picks up influence from anywhere and everywhere when he's sort of getting ready for a role. And I totally agreed with him, man.
You identify with that?
Well, yeah, sure. I'm sure it's like that with most people, or maybe it isn't. Maybe people have to be in a specific chair in a specific room. I don't know, but I just find inspiration from anywhere.
I tell you what, the best idea for people is to actually listen to the album to really get a really good picture,
and be patient as well, because I think it's going to freak people out.
I think it will freak people out, but I think it's great. Like, okay, my first listen to this was coming in very early one morning straight after the holidays. In fact, I came back and this was waiting for me, and so between sort of 5 and 6 in the morning, I played it loud here in the studio, and as a complete piece, it was just amazing. It was just such a wonderful way to come back into the year. You know, it was really cool. I want to play the current track that's on at the moment, track number 7.
Oh, okay.
Which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How Kids Fail.
Yeah. See, that song's pretty extreme in some ways.
It is extreme. I like the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
It's like it's pulled from that particular bit, the dun dun dun, from some kind of trance anthem of the late 90s.
Yeah, sure.
But nothing else about the track is about that at all. It's cool. Ryan, thanks so much.
Oh, thanks
really
for
enjoyed
having
having
me.
you in. Cheers.
Thanks.